Hello, you all. I am really glad to see you again. For those who will see that in live and for those who will see that in replay, I am really glad that you wish to share with me your developing of your psychic capability. That's something very useful because from now on we are in the ascension pathway and it's very useful to hear what those wonderful beings have to say to you. So we learn how to communicate with ascended beings, and we will be working with Master Hilarion and Master Serapis Bey. First of all, let me describe who they are. Master Serapis Bey has been incarnated into the old Atlantis and is the masters of the fourth white ray, which is linked to your sovereignties, and the fourth white rays has the power to purify all your action and also willingness. So it helps you to be into clear action of life. Master Hilarion, for himself, is the reincarnation of the 13 apostle, Saint Paul. He is the master of the fifth green emerald ray, the one of the knowledge and the inner transcendence. I will give you some message from them all that I've been vibralizing. I will not speak about channeling. It's more to vibralize the frequencies of those masters. It's that which is all about. That the way you will learn how to communicate with ascended beings with me. It's not only a channel that you will use, it's your whole being, all who you are into yourself. That's very much related to the sacred feminine ways of intuitions. So let me explain to you how to communicate with ascended masters and I would say in a more wider sense how to communicate with enlightened beings. We will do simple exercise so that you can know how to do it. First of all, you have to place yourself in a position of total love and light. That's the start, that's the beginning, and that's the best way to welcome all those enlighten all those light frequencies and to also to welcome all the message, all the healing frequency, all the awakening frequency, all the mindfulness frequencies of the enlightened beings. It's in beings in our inner self, love and light. So let's make it together. Okay, I propose you to quietly be in a positions very quiet, very cool, where your shoulders are down, where you feel the tension get away, where all your bodies in a mood of being cool. And so then I propose you to breathe love. This love which is everywhere, this love that you can feel around you, and then inspire love into each of the cells of your body. Inspire love, inspire, block the respiration, and then let's go on to the inspire to breathe love into all my organs, my bones, into all parts of my bodies. And then I breathe again, love, love, love. I open my chest. And then block the respiration. And then onto the inspire, on the inspire, love everywhere in my body. And then again, inspire, light. Inspire, block, and then expire into your cells, the glow, the full light of your divine being, and then everywhere in your body you are enlightened, and then again inspire the light of the divine self, of the divine sources, of Abba, fathers and mothers, divine fathers and mothers. And again this light, and then inspire all this light into your body, which glows now quite a lot, and then into your aura, your subtle aura all around you. And then you are now love and light. That's the best way of beings to welcome the Ascended Masters. He said, let's call now Master Hilarion first, the masters of the fifth gray emerald ray. Okay, so let's be open. Just call him, and ask him to be just near you, very close to you. And then by breathing, you can feel the vibration, the frequencies is increasing into your room, is increasing nearby you. How do you feel it? You have a small pressures into the ear. If you open the eyes, you can see that you can see more precisely the details, and you can hear things a little bit more precisely also. That's the manifestations of higher frequency. That's the way they manifest. And now I propose you to be with Master Hilarion, with his vibration, his frequencies, and just exchange by inspiring, expiring with him in a flow of energy going forth from you to him, from you to him. And then feel the differences between your ordinary being as a human being, and now that you are linked to the Ascended Master Hilarion. Just feel in some way the perfume, Victorio Gassman in its movie The Perfume. He was blind and he just could smell the perfume of women, and just do the same with the perfume of the frequencies of Master Hilarions. Just feel it that way. You won't smell, but you won't feel the qualities which is different from yours, and which are specific of Master Hilarion frequencies. So just get some time to get the perfume of Master Hilarion frequencies. Okay, how do you feel in your bellies? How do you feel in your mind? Do you feel more peaceful? Do you feel more open-minded? Do you feel more light into yourself? Do you feel that something is now reachable, attainable, things that you haven't reached before, a quality of presence to the now and then that you haven't reached before? Do you feel it? Yeah, that's the works of Master Hilarions. That's his being, which is doing that to you. And if you want to be sure, if you have some doubts, don't hesitate to free you from the rules of the moral of the good conduct, which is some things, I would say, inherent to our societies. You can free you from that because the Ascended Masters are free from that. They are universal, and mainly they communicate through frequency, so they don't need to have some rules or some laws governing the relations between people. So you can just ask him to go some steps away from you, just to feel what it is when he is not there anymore, when you don't have his beings nearby you. Okay, so something is going down, it's falling. You're becoming again an ordinary guy or an ordinary woman. That's a way to make you feel no doubts at all about being with enlightened beings. They really exist, and we can really, they are placed on some other plan. That's our 3D plans, and we can really communicate with them fully, and we can maybe for some of us see them completely. Okay, so let's start now by feeling them and communicate with them, because that's the goal of this exercise. Notice, as you can see, what it is without the presence of Master Hilarions. You can ask him to come back again nearby you. And then, to have a stronger experience for those of you who may have difficulties to feel his presence, I propose to you that you propose to him to inhabit you, so to go inside you. And then you will feel it much more, maybe, than when he was just nearby you. You know, at the beginning, when I started, and just stay with Master Hilarion, please, while I am telling you this story. When I began to practice healing, I was an architect, and it was quite difficult for me to go through energetic healing, and much more so that my parents were doctors. So for them to make energy healing was something which was incredible. So I do have to get confidence into myself. The Maria Magdalena cave is just 1 hour from where we are living. So I just had to go there and then to ask Maria Magdalena to inhabit me, to come by in me when I was practicing healing. So then she learned to my frequencies the way she was doing and the way she's still doing in healing. So I've been able to have great results in healing. And because it wasn't me, I was just a channel for Maria Magdalena, healing people. And then by his presence during some times, she learned to my frequencies the way she heals. So I've been able to practice that without her. And really, I love so much Maria Magdalena. So that to tell you how you can ask an enlightened being to be in you, just to feel it, to share with him and its real qualities, and to acquire also his qualities. So if you would like to, you could even ask to Master Hilarion to live with you, in you, for a few days, a week, a month, if you want to get his wonderful, I would say, kindness and love and intelligence of life. So you can do that. Okay, so let's go again to the presence of Master Hilarion. And then maybe you will get some message just about how to use the 5th green emerald ray. Or maybe he's already using it just to make some healing into you. For me on, I feel it activated because I participate in the exercise with you. And then you can ask him just to feel really confident. Just you can ask him to go outside you just a few meters away, and just you will feel the energy is just going lowering. I would say the level of energy is lowering, the level of light lowering, and even so your visions becoming ordinary, and even so your hearings not being so clear, and some things you feel much more dense. You feel no more lighter as you felt before. So let's go again. Just ask Master Hilarion to come by and into you. And why is into you? I would like to read you a message that I get from him. when I've been writing with my wife wonderful books about the enlightened beings, which hopefully will be translated one day into English. Okay, let's write it to you and just be with Master Hilarion. To acquire the knowledge looks to you difficult, the spiritual knowledge which require to leave some parts of himself. From this lack of confidence into who you are, peoples who named and spiritual masters can abuse and profit from you by making you believe that the access to this knowledge is only reserved to initiate people. And that's a way to keep you and to get your energies, to either initiate. Very often, the oblique light, I would say that behind the oblique light, the shadow isn't so far. And those, I would say, not real at all, masters are really into the oblique light. That's not the real and pure light of the sources. And the shadow is really not far away. And there are a lot of people quite now, through the appearance of masters of emissary and so on, are really serving the goal of the shadows. Knowledge is accessible to everybody. Whoever you are, whatever has been your life, source is present elsewhere. Close your eyes, just leave yourself goals, be confident to you, open your heart to the infinite love of your creators. Open the eyes slowly. There it is. Do you feel it? You are allied to the knowledge, to the divine knowledge, because the knowledge is everywhere. Do you feel it flow into this river of life, which goes through and bath all your bodies? Sister, brother, we are all united into this knowledge. Master Hilarion. That's a wonderful message from him. And let's now go on and meet with Serapis Bey. I tell you again, Serapis Bey was a very wise man, and he has been incarnated into the Atlantis way, and so is present actually into the intraterrestrial, and is with Lemosian Shambhala, people from Shambhala and so on. And Serapis Bey is the masters of the fourth white ray, and certainly you will ask him to experiment it onto you when it will come by unto you. Okay, say, be grateful to Master Hilarion. As I told you, you can call him whenever you want, and you can ask him, even so, yeah, that's real, even so, to stay in you, to share his wiseness, to share his intelligence and his vision of life for more than a day, for more than a few seconds, or more than a few minutes. You can ask him to stay into you for a week or a month if you want to. And then let's come back to Serapis Bey. Okay, Serapis Bey, you can invite him also to come back into you, and he will bring you with the fourth ray white to your sovereignty, the place where you decide of your life, just linked to the infinite love present in your heart, and in your link to the source and of all what it is. And then he will help you with purified actions, with enlightened actions, to make you act into the present, into this zero time, heart totally open in this time where love and you are only doing one in the unity, with no more influence of the past, the futures, totally open to everything which is. A purified willingness is the one which acts, I would say, underlined by the fourth earth pillars. The fourth earth pillars, which are humility, simplicity, authenticity, and amazement of the inner child. So I repeat, the fourth pillars of your heart are humility, simplicity, authenticity, and the amazement, wonderment of your inner child. So let's go into that with Serapis Bay, because he brings us to that. Also ask to Serapis Bay to come by into you. Okay, then you can feel it there. His frequencies are quite different from Master Hilarion. It's much more poised, a little bit more dense. It's certainly because of its presence in the intraterrestrial Earth. And then by asking him to come by into you, you can feel this pause, I would say a state of peace coming to you. And you can feel also those fourth pillars of the earth opening: humility, authenticity, simplicity, and amazement of the inner child. And then right now he's starting to do a fourth white ray healing. So let's welcome this healing and this action of the fourth white ray. Yeah, I feel all the Atlantis perfume coming on with him. And through the Atlantis perfume, I can feel the power of the crystals. But also now that the Atlantes are present into the inner earth, I can feel also the perfume of Shambhala, because Serapis Bay know well about the golden lake, crystal lake of Shambhala, and the energy of its wonderful healing temple, which are wonderful receptacle, I would say, for the use of its fourth white rays that even are amplified, I would say, sorry, not amplified, amplified by the shape based onto the sacred geometry and much more the sacred mandalas of the inner temple of the intraterrestrial earth. They are made of special matters, organic matters, and very crystal-like things, and which can change its colors in function of the positive energies going on through it. So let's welcome the benefits of the fourth white rays in each of us. It enlightens us, it opens us to more kindness, and it opens us to heal the wounds of our inner child, and to let him appear again to the sun, to the light, to the joy. So it's much more like we were being new again, open to surprise, open to new action into our life, open to a new creativity, as is our inner child doing right now. So let's be happy to play with that. Let's be happy from these encounters. And then, okay, I feel that Serapis Bay is still there. Master Hilarion is not so far. Okay, that is a way to communicate with enlightened beings. And then you will ask me, okay, but I didn't hear anything from now on that will come by in my mind. That's not a problem because you have welcomed their frequencies, and then accept to let you go fully into the frequencies, into the enlightened being, because by doing so, that's their means of communications, first of all, and you will receive all the fullness of the message they are communicating to you. Because minds and words are only a very small part of everything, of the whole which is given to you through frequencies. So from this time, you just have to learn to let you go completely to those frequencies, to welcome them, to leave them act into you, to heal you. And then by doing so, by leaving you go, by leaving you go more and more, one day through those frequencies, some message will come by to your mind. And then you will hear the message from you, the wise message from Master Hilarion, and helping you guide your life. And it will be the same with Master Serapis Bay. From Yon, I wrote some message, but they are for me. And so I just open to the frequency without attending anything. And by not attending anything, that's the good position to receive the more. And then I receive through the frequency all those messages, because at the time when you vibralize, that's when you receive the frequency through you. It's when the energy flow through you, when you are in a vortex sometimes, or when you are bathing into the river of life. The river of life, which is the river of the source of all the knowledge of the source which is flowing through you. When you are just bathing into that, there is a time where you are sufficiently relaxed. There is a time where you are sufficiently relaxed then to leave the words come by from your mouth and just share it with other people. But it can only be done when you are totally relaxing and there is not any willingness or any tension into you. That's just a natural consequence of the flow, that's just the frequencies, transforming them into words, and then you will become a channel. I would say a representative, or some people would call that emissary of others, enlightened beings or peoples living in some galactic stars, or in the intraterrestrial world or infraterrestrial, and then in the infra-sea. But I will talk to you about that at some other times, because there are so many enlightened beings, dragons, nature spirits, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the council of the 24 elders, the council of the 12 Marian stars, also the Elohim, the Ayat Okodesh, Sephiroth, and also all the enlightened beings which help the source to create the world. There are a lot of them, and when we learn to contact them through the circles, they are no more organized in a pyramidal way, because all our societies in the ordinary world are structures in a pyramidal ways. And what it does, it's because all the energies goes to the top. And when you find out a spiritual group which is organized in a pyramidal ways, please escape, run away, because that's really oblique light. The willingness from that, when there is only one person at the top, one person which is allowed to verbalize some enlightened beings, some people which attain the only truth, that's again a pyramidal way to get all your energy to this one person. because the reality is in the Amerindian circle, the Amerindians circle, where everybody is equal to everybody, with everybody is respected, where everybody has the same weight, where the words of each person are the same weight for the community, and where everybody co-create, where everybody respect the other in his difference. And so really it's in the circle where you can be seated nearby Christ and Maria Magdalena, and with pleasure, and you will be equal to them. Nobody will be higher than you. They do have a different experience. They can be guide to you, but not any time, never, they will never be above you. Because you do have your own light, and your life has a special frequency which is only yours. And those frequencies participate of the events or the endorsement of the venue of the light onto all the earth. Okay, I hope that you did appreciate these videos about communicating with the Ascended Masters. We will have more video next week's coming on. I don't know what the theme will be onto this video. Maybe we work onto the DNA, because currently in France, we have been working, for now we are working, we are beginning to work onto the 72 ADN strands, DNA strands, 72, yeah, because we have been through 24 and then through the 26. But the 26 are only some things, are only a state of beings which was acquired quite a long time ago, and which is already acquired into the intraterrestrial worlds. Look at the works of Tessa Jones when she's writing about, in his book Telos One, she's writing about the Telosian peoples and also the human peoples who are living there, and they do already have the 36 strands capabilities. So by doing so, we have just been acquiring capacities which were already present into us at some other times, and which whose use has been closed by some gray influence, but now we are able to access to that. So now that's why we're currently working onto the 72 DNA strands by means that's ready for us, a path to go above everything which has been done, and it's a path for humanity. And it's really linked to the apparition of the new Earth, and that I've been seeing through a fall into the space-time continuum, and I've been seeing this new Earth coming on, and then we're acting now, so she will be completely present, and so that we can be both the actors and also the representative of these energies onto the Earth, into our, I would say, incarnations. Onto this Earth, we can be the representative of these new Earth energies. And so this energy gave us the capabilities of mutation, and so to have the 72 DNA strands. So you see that there is a world of opportunities by following my video. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel, which will bring you a lot of consciousness by going on, and much more. You know how do the algorithm of YouTube function, so don't hesitate to put a message, to write down a message. I'll be pleased to answer to it. Have a good and wonderful day. With love, Philippe. See you soon. And if you want to communicate with me, don't hesitate. My mail address is down there. And in a few months, you will see my website, which will appear, and also an Instagram and Facebook, which will be done. See you. Bye bye. Bye bye. I love you.